was illegally extradited to Nigeria. That is, in other words, extraordinary rendition from one of the African countries, Kenya in particular, was extraordinarily rendited back here to Nigeria, or abducted, I hesitate to add, on the 29th of June 2021. Since then up until now, they have yet to properly commence trial.
Is that the lawyer?
In a couple of minutes, we are going to be joined by one of the councils representing the IPOB leader, and also.
Okay, first of all, sir, can we get to know your full names and designation?
Yes. Well, I'm Professor Charles. I'm the Secretary of Igbo Elders Consultative Forum, and with me is Chief Gode Wazirike, is Ohanese lawyer. So we are Ohanese delegates for this trial.
Okay, now, can you give us your appraisal of today's event?
Well, under democratic setting,
is the rig still on?
Since 8 a.m., we were not allowed to go inside. He is playing a double role, first as a lawyer, second as a delegate, myself as a delegate, and others were not allowed to go inside the court. You are under democracy. An accused is presumed innocent until found guilty. And we are here to of our son, Kanu, to make sure that he can a trial. And we were not allowed to go inside. And this is not the first time. This is a repetition of what happened in the past. And if this is democracy, I wonder the kind of democracy we are in Nigeria, that an accused, his people, even lawyers, not be allowed access to him, and that is not good enough.
So, do you think this erodes the confidence of the whole trial?
Well,
we'll still get to, don't worry, sir. Let him just, they will come back to you.
Well, under democracy, I'm not a lawyer, but I know that under democracy, an accused is given opportunity for fair hearing. And part of the fair hearing is that the trial should do. And that part of the fair hearing is that the person should allow access to his legal representation and other stakeholders. In this case, Ohanese is a stakeholder because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo son, and then Ohanese is umbrella social cultural affects social culture for Igbo people. And so if Ohanese had sent us here and we are not allowed, so what are we going to tell them? Are we going to tell them that there was a trial or what?
Finally, before we go to Chief, yes. What's your message?
My message to the federal government is that we all fought for Nigeria independence. And because we fought for Nigeria independence, the present federal government should do everything possible to keep Nigeria united, to keep Nigeria progressive, and keep Nigeria developed by making sure that there is justice, equity, and fairness for every person, especially when Nigeria answers Giants of Africa. Giants of Africa should not just be in name, but also in practice. And part of it is that under democracy, an accused is presumed innocent until found guilty by a competent court. And that's why we are here, to make sure that he has fair hearing. And if we are not allowed to go there, I wonder what message we have for our people. And as you can see now, the situation in the Southeast is restive because of this thing. And we had expected that we should be allowed to come and witness. So that if we get on without the younger ones, well, they have given him a fair hearing. More especially, recently, an Igbo delegation led by a 93-year-old First Republic Chief Mbaduke Amechi went to the president, pleaded for political solution. Even if the government, the federal government, insists on allowing judicial process to go through, we expect that we should be allowed to witness that judicial process. But where we believe that it's not yet late, the federal government, because it happened before, when federal government arrested Asari Dokubo, of course, under President Obasanjo, political solution was used.
Thank you very much. Your name again for those that just came.
Professor Charles Weke, Secretary, Igbo Elders Consultative Forum, and the organization delegate to the trial. With me, as I said before, is Chief Bode was speaking.
Okay, we are getting Chief, but we'll ask him again his name by himself. Sir, please, can you get to know your name?
I am Chief Bode Owasirike. I'm a lawyer and a practicing Lagos. I came into Abuja only for this trial.
Sir, you look visibly upset, visibly unhappy, rather. Let me use the word unhappy. We hear you were not allowed into the court premises. Can you confirm that, sir?
Yes, when we came in, a number of us were there. I think by 8:45 we were all there standing the other entrance. And they said they were going to wait for clearance. They sent our names many times. They said, wait, okay, wait, we want to get clearance. They even gave me a chair to sit down. Up to this minute, the clearance had not come. Meanwhile, the case had been adjourned. And I asked myself, can there be a fair trial under this atmosphere with men carrying guns, breathing down our neck? As we're standing there waiting for clearance, the prosecutor and his team just swaggered past. Nobody stopped them. The defense people were being harassed. Now, my impression is that as a lawyer who has witnessed many trials, is that justice must not only be done, but must be seen to have been done. It is common sense that if you're having an international trial of this nature, you allow all kinds of heavily armed men around. You screen lawyers. And if a lawyer, you say this lawyer will not enter, the lawyer will not enter. And who are those who stopping us, members of the executive? For your information, police, army, DSS, they're all members of the executive, just like the Ministry of Justice. So when they're the ones choosing who and who can go into court to stand up, then there is a problem. In all honesty, this is a political trial, no longer a judicial trial, and I say so.
So, Ohanese have called for a political solution, believing that would douse tension. I know sometimes as a lawyer with vast experience, sometimes lawyers look at the case and say, this should not end in the court. There are other alternatives. Do you think that solution is the best option at this moment?
I was part of the 4-man delegation. I went to see Mr. President in November. I was there. I was the only lawyer. And Mr. President said, I cannot interfere with the judiciary. We said, we're not asking you to interfere. All we're saying is continue the trial. As a matter of fact, and Bishop Ono has said, release him to us and we'll manage the situation.
Your advice to the government, sir,
is to go for a political solution. Let me quote Winston Churchill. He said it is better to judge than to war. And I urge those in charge of this country now to learn from history. Everything is not blow. With a wisdom, you can even get it done. And that's my submission.
All right,
okay,
thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, you're pushing me, like you're pushing me seriously.
Hey, please. No, sir, please. Okay, let's come back. Excuse me. For sake of listen, I'm starting. Please, for sake of you can stay there. That's one. Camera. You can make it large. You can go behind them now. You can go behind them and raise them. You can't stay in their front. Okay, sir, please, for sake of those who don't know you, please, can you just tell us your full names and I believe everybody here.
For the sake of clarity, my name is Fanyejo.
Okay, sir, can we get an update on what transpired in court?
As you are aware, the matter came up last year, December, and it was personally adjourned today for hearing of all the pending applications. For an application challenging the decision of the court, an application for transfer to prison custody, correctional center, also an application for bail. We have these pending applications to the court order adjourned for hearing today. It's on record. So only yesterday we ambushed with a further amendment to the charge. We served with a stick count amendment. So you amend the charge. So and then on the face of it, you can proceed. First of all, there was an objection to the fact that you can't take because of the there was no speak, there was no time for us to discuss the charge with you. Also interact on the facts, new allegations contained in the charge. So we have to look at the charge and we'll discuss about the charge. It's not adjourned to tomorrow for hearing, but the point must be made that the essence of filing this new amendment yesterday, 24 hours before the date started for the hearing of this pending application, it's nothing but to truncate the proceedings of today. Because they know they have no case against, and the 7-count amended charge of failure found against, we have been able to demystify all the counts in our application challenging the decision of the court to get them. So, and they have nowhere to run to, only for them to file this amended 15-count charge, which is even more worse than what happened before. And we intend to react. So we intend to react to this new amendment. And hopefully by tomorrow we'll file and respond to it. We have to sign with our response to the amendment and bail applications. Because we need to accommodate the expansion they made because it's full of front of duplication of charge. And also repetition of what they paid in count 1, count 2, count 3, which is more or less.
Okay, Captain.
Let's see tomorrow and before you take to speak.
Okay, sir. Sir, I know that you wanted the British government to send an observer. You also wanted the U.S. Embassy to send an observer, of which they stated their reasons why they could not. Do you think it will affect the transparency of the case?
That's speculation. That's speculation because British government sent representatives. Someone came from their embassy, and I believe the American government also sent the other people. So I can confirm that to you that was in court. So I don't think that's they are in court, and they are following up.
Sir, what at this point in time, the Southeasterners want to hear from you. You were in court. You've been following the process. The last time you complained about not having access, those complaints, the court had mandated that he must be given access to his lawyers, his family, and his representatives. At this point in time, we want to two questions now. We want you to confirm if they have continued to keep to those the mandate of the court to allow his counsel, his family, and his close relatives. Then, secondly, a word to the Southeasterners.
Well, the fact is that DSS facilities couldn't be a convenient place for him to be during trial because he can't get a fair trial while you have our residents which have advanced before the court. First of all, he's been subjected to total confinement, where he's daily exposed to mental torture and psychological torture. So that has been advanced before the court. And this same room we allocated for him for our visit is totally booked. So you cannot effectively interact with him in the room and also discuss privilege matters in that room because it's booked and they are listening to every conversation we are having there. This has been also advanced before the court today. So, and they are contained documents we filed before the court. So, there was kind of a mild variation from our complaint. There was kind of a partial complaint when we raised an alarm about why Malai should be treated. So, but substantially, there was a clear violation of orders of court. And we made an attempt to commit the head of the establishment to prison for contempt. So, which efforts we are all frustrated by the legislation of this court. So, we initiated from 48 and 49, which were not signed by the legislature. When we have the facts and documents to show, to demonstrate the violation of orders made by this court. So, this was also discussed in court about the manner in which they were violating the court, and the court demanded.
Okay, all right. Captain.
What happened yesterday is an indication that we're winning. But if you're not winning, at least we've gone on today with an objection to the charge.
Is it possible to interview that lawyer?
Demonstration of the fact that federal government has notice against
Captain Chikwasi, is it possible to talk to that lawyer from Nairobi?
Even when this one is addressed, they will say 5 for amendments. Take my word on it. Because we have been in this case since 2014, of course, and so this should be today, yesterday's amendment, marked it 6th amendment to this time. 6th amendment. So they can still amend because this is a ploy which they usually develop to make trials and forget the proceedings of the court. So, but they can't continue to hide because we know where they're hiding. So it can only end in this court. And in court, we have the facts, we have the law. What all it takes to get whatever they have before the court justified. That I can assure you. So we need the understanding, their prayers, we need perseverance, and also solidarity. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you. In addition, we want to thank the media for the wonderful job under terrible conditions. Because other things being equal, the media men should be allowed to cover the proceeding. The media should be allowed to cover the proceeding. And so, yes, another thing is discriminatory. So the media is supposed to have clear access to cover the court proceedings. So if Ohanese delegates are disallowed and media are disallowed, so what are we talking about justice in fairness?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Masanga. We have all had it all. I hope it was very clear from my end. Was it?
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to come back here tomorrow. We are going to come back here tomorrow as the lead counsel who just told us that they could not take a plea. I mean, they could not, in the stance of IPOB, did not take a plea to the amended charges as they were just brought, at the late hour. So tomorrow there's going to be a continuation after they must have studied those frivolous charges that was brought before them. Thank you very much, Dr. Masanga. Do you have any question for me? Otherwise,
no, I just want to thank everybody, those who have been watching us from morning up to this hour that comes to the end of our show from Abuja. I want to thank you, Captain Chikwasi Onu Ikipe, who always remain our correspondent in Abuja, in Nigeria, wherever it is. All the time, feel free and come on the television to tell us more. And we shall be asking you more things about several of the African matters. And especially you are welcome to be our correspondent. Thank you very much. And God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Masanga. I am Captain Chikwasi Onwipe. Onwipe is the correct pronunciation, but I understand whatever barrier that might follow. From here, the time now is 11:48 in the city of Abuja, Nigeria. So it is good morning. Thank you.
Are you a captain of the airline or the army?
I shall tell you more tomorrow. I am captain. I shall tell you in specification where I belong.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother.
Good. Thank you.
Going, keep safe from the type of military that we have seen outside the court. We thank all our viewers. We thank all of you. We shall come back tomorrow with the same broadcast. Thank you very much, and we shall continue covering this trial until it comes to an end. Africa, if we don't talk, we might not be able to resolve any conflict. Daniel Wesonga, Benefit Najwa, the studios in Nairobi. Daniel, do you have any comment as I close this station? And then we switch on to the Kenyan television, which is now coming at 2 o'clock with the trial at the Supreme Court. Daniel. Daniel Wesonga. Okay. Thank you very much. This session, therefore, we bring to an end the session of Diaspora Dispatches, and we return to Nairobi for the show continuation of the Supreme Court hearing on the case of BBI. I have been your host since morning, 9 o'clock, Dr. David Masanga, here in the Political Command Center, together with my panel, Daniel Wesonga, Miriam Ogutu, Captain Chikwas Onu Ekipe, and others. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. This station is for Africa with Africa. We'll see you again shortly on the Kenyan case. Let's take a refreshment and drink some water, then return to see the analysis of the Kenyan case. God bless. Conflicts exist on this continent. One of the most raging conflicts on the continent of Africa is the question of Biafra. From 1965 or before that, the Biafrans had their own institutions. Before the colonial master arrived, they have agitated themselves, they have told the world they want fair treatment in a nation called Nigeria. Successive regimes